We are opening up our books and going to show you some of our most exciting breeding plans for the 2026 season. Now, we're not showing you all of them as much as I would absolutely love to go over every single breeding plan that we have, but we are going over some of the fun ones and some of the ones that we were very, very much looking forward to seeing what gets produced from them this year. Let's get to it. So this is going to be the second year in a row that we are doing what we call the Cold Files episodes. These episodes are where we get to take you guys along through the process, some of the ups, the downs, the goods, the bads, and everything in between of a few of our breeding pairs that we have going for the year. And we like to show you, give you updates on ovulations. If eggs have been laid, we'll give you videos of even some movement in those eggs during candling. So it is very exciting. So we're going to go over one of the clutches, our first one, which has interesting history because I tend to have one of these types of clutches every year or so. This is what I call a who's your daddy clutch, because we'll have a female that may have been paired with 2 males separately, or even up to 3 males, and we may not have seen a lock, or we saw a lock with 1, but we haven't seen an ovulation, and then later on there may be close to ovulation, and then there's just lots of things that go into it, so I've nicknamed it over the years a Who's Your Daddy clutch. So the first one in this list is a pastel lace female that got paired to 3 separate males at 3 different times. So she was paired earlier this year to an OD calico, and she was also paired to Lori Enchi Het DG, and then she was also paired, but no visual lock, to a yellow belly pied Het Monarch. So again, not really sure which way it's going to go, but at least the genetics that the female was paired with, it's going to be quite obvious who the father is. But you can also get those random clutches that are dual-sired clutches, so maybe this Who's Your Daddy clutch is going to have 2 dads? Not sure, but very interesting. I love these clutches. It always just keeps it interesting. Moving on to another pairing. So we have a female that we have shown you guys a couple times. She is a pied female, but she has this almost pixelated, semi-yellow belly looking kind of pixelated pied pattern on her. So we have nicknamed her Meta, but she is 100% het hypo. We sent out her shed earlier, I believe maybe a year or 2 ago at this point, and she came back positive for het hypo. So we are pairing her this year to a DG 100% het hypo het pied. So we can potentially get some hypopides that hopefully look a little bit like her because she's super cool looking. It's kind of a dinker project because we don't necessarily know what is causing her to have that pixelation. Is it maybe metal flake? Is it not? We don't know. So we're just trying to figure that out. And this is going to be her first ever clutch. And we're very, very excited to see what comes out of this one. Moving on to our third pairing, which this one is going to be very interesting because there's a potential of something that we don't want that can happen. But we are pairing a female that is an Orange Dream Yellow Belly Leopard Fire Ultramel 100% het pied. She is a gorgeous female, but she is pairing to either a lace het pied male or a yellow belly lace het pied male. Neither have locked with her yet. So we're pushing towards the lace het pied because we don't want to have those 2 copies of yellow belly going on in there. We're trying to stay away from that. With that said, the likelihood of that happening isn't super high, but it's there. And we don't want to have that happen because we want to have all those beautiful genes expressed to the best of their abilities. So we're hoping for lace het pied, but it is, we'll see what happens. Our males are still kind of young and they don't quite know what they're doing, but we're hoping that they get on board and know soon because she is building follicles quite quickly. Moving on to our fourth pairing. And this one is a fun one because this female that we're talking about, which is a black pastel, 100% het pied, 100% het albino, is the mother to our Parthenogenesis clutch that we produced 2 years ago now. I can't believe it's been 2 years, but she made some very interesting copies of herself, if you will, and they're growing up and doing very well. We're hoping this year, she actually decides to take the genetics from the male that we're pairing with her and doesn't take her own genetics and make her own babies, because she is building very, very good follicle sizes, and we're hoping that we're on the trend to actually take the male's DNA instead of her own, because I don't know of many females that parthenogenesis multiple times, but maybe you guys can tell me in the comments if you've ever seen that before, because I personally have not. And I'm hoping that she goes to this male, because this male is a fire hypo, het puzzle, het pied. So very, very cool things in the future for that. And I really like this female because she's beautiful and she's just kind of funky. So we're hoping to see good things from her. So this clutch is interesting for us because we're not necessarily going for the pied aspect of things. The female has produced some babies that are very interesting looking, so we're kind of looking to see if she produces more dinker-like, weird-looking, pattern-altering stuff with those genetics in there too. And we are excited to get a black pastel fire into puzzle, but we kind of are actually hoping not to hit many visual pieds, which is uncommon for us because we like our pieds. But this one, we're more interested to see what comes out that is not pied. Moving on to our 5th pairing. Now, this one's exciting because I believe we picked up this girl last year, and she's going for us this year. So we're very excited because she is a pastel double het lavender puzzle. So very exciting. She's a very, very big girl. And we are excited to see what we get from this pairing because we are pairing her to our GHI Mojave het puzzle male. So I'm very excited to see what GHI Mojave pastel puzzles might look like. And I think it's cool that we have a little bit of lavender on board there that might trickle into some things, might not. See what happens, but very excited for puzzles this year because I really want to hit a visual puzzle this year. Please, 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 please. Let's hope for it. Moving on to our last pairing, which normally we would do 5, but we couldn't leave this one out. We kind of went back and forth with it, and we were giving it an honorable mention at number 6. But this one's going to be a fun one because this is a red stripe yellow belly clown het hypo female that is going to a Wookiee Mojave banana clown male. Just the potential genetically is very exciting. The red stripe yellow belly clown female is beautiful. I love what red stripe does with clown. I think it's beautiful. The contrast in colors is just it. The genetics just go together like peanut butter and jelly. So I can't wait to see what Wookiee, Mojave, and banana do all in there. It's just going to be very fun, and it's going to be a very colorful and very diverse looking clutch because there's so many different components. You got the banana that's going to be light and bright and creamy, and then you got Wookiee that's going to be darker, and then you got Mojave that's going to give some of those gold patterns and everything, and then you got red stripe and yellow belly and visual clowns. So I'm just very, very excited to see what happens with this clutch. Even though we're going to have a beautiful different mesh of genetics in this clutch, our goal is to hit the red stripe yellow belly Wookiee banana clown. They age very, very well, and they're beautiful as babies, and we're hoping for it. But we understand that the odds aren't necessarily on our side, but we're going to try for it anyway, so wish us luck. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. In the comments below, let me know if you're as excited as we are for some of the pairs that we have coming, and if you're interested in any of the babies. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.